What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, and welcome to Speaking Truth with Mickey. On today's episode, we're talking about Deshaun Watson, okay? For those who may not know, Deshaun Watson is an American football quarterback for Cleveland Browns, and that's on the NFL. It's like if I say that too fast, it's like come out differently. Nevertheless, Watson was drafted in 2017 to the Houston Texans. However, like I said, now he's the quarterback from the Cleveland Browns. Okay, and you may be wondering now, Mickey Truth, why are we talking about Deshaun Watson when you don't even do sports? You don't even talk sports. Well, the reason why I'm speaking about Deshaun Brown is because for those who have already saw my YouTube video regarding the alleged or accused murderer of the rapper Takeoff, Patrick Clark, one of his lawyers, the female, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but it's like Latia something, right? Y'all know I'm awful at speaking certain words, so just look it up, okay? However, it was brought to my attention that she is or was the lawyer for Mr. Watson. So I'm like, who is Mr. Watson? Let me look into him. And that brings us to where we are today, okay? So for those who follow college football, Deshaun Watson is the player from Clemson University out of South Carolina. And from what I see, and I'm not a sports person, he has some pretty good stats. I will say that. But that's not what we're here about, okay? So, in that YouTube video, I talked about how, okay, the Patrick Clark has some heavy hitters on his team, right? And I'm like, let me look into some of these cases. Now, again, these cases are listed on the lawyer's website, okay? So, as many cases I'm going to touch on, but in this podcast or this episode, I'm just touching on Deshaun Watson. It'll be more to come, definitely, okay? And I'm just going with the flow. I'm not stopping. I'm putting the recording as is, unedited, raw, all right? So, I've looked up Deshaun Watson in Harris County, Texas, which is in Houston, okay? I see at least 8, EIGHT, okay? Cases that went before a grand jury. However, it was no bill. So meaning no indictment was decided to be pressed against Deshaun Watson criminally. So meaning, for those who don't understand that, is no criminal charges have been issued for Deshaun Watson, okay? On these indictments, right, that failed to find a bill or indictment, the charges are, or allegations that were investigated, was indecent assault, sexual assault, attempted sexual assault. Yeah, that's what it says, okay? So, I'm thinking to myself, okay, no criminal charges. So, the victim, alleged victim, because like we know, we don't know. You know, we just can go off of the facts that's presented by the court or the state that presides over it. So, I looked up the civil information. And I see here is many civil cases. Many. And when I say many, let me bring up that screen. Okay. I'm going to count it right now while I'm recording. The first one was filed March 16, 2021. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I lost track. Let me start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Sheesh. Whoo. 26 civil cases, okay? beginning March 16, 2021, all the way down to October 13, 2022. All right. And a lot of these cases does say Jane Doe. Just FYI for those that are wondering. I'm only showing a couple active cases. Well, 2 active cases. So I'm not going to probably go into those cases since they're active. I mean, like I said, I am, just a podcaster, just a YouTuber. However, I do want it to go the route it needs to go. Never know who is actually watching or whatever. That's just not my type of thing. Okay. So we're definitely gonna look into some of these documents. I'm gonna go over what's said in there, and all that. So give me 1 second here, cause y'all, I'm just sitting here reviewing it. Okay, so I will say, as far as the civil, I do not show Latia. I think it's like Quinos or something like that. Quanos. She's not his attorney on record for the civil cases that I see so far, okay? So just to put that out there. However, she was part of the team for the criminal cases. But since it was no bill, meaning no indictment, I'm not going to really go into the criminal cases because, in the court of law, he was found not enough evidence to be charged with, okay? So we're going to stick to the civil. So let's go back to the very first case that I see on record, okay? And it says, plaintiff Jane Doe complains of defendant Deshaun Watson and for the cause of action will respectfully show this court the following, okay? Now, I'm not going to read all the documents or everything included. We're going to jump around, but I at least want to read the summary of lawsuit, meaning why it's being brought to the court, okay? All right. So, summary of lawsuit. Defendant Deshaun Watson is a National Football League, NFL, player who currently plays quarterback for the Houston Texans. Plaintiff is a licensed massage therapist who works from her home. Watson solicited plaintiff for a massage at her house in March 2020. During the massage session, Watson assaulted plaintiff by touching her with his penis. Oh, wow. Plaintiff brings this case seeking the minimum compensatory damages that implicate this honorable court subject matter to prevent Watson from further like conduct. Well, I will put out there that this is the first on record for Harris County. And how many did we count? It did not stop, okay? Just saying. Criminally, he's innocent, right? But civilly, he got a record. I got to say that much. So, yeah, you know what? Because a lot of us are not diverse in this case. So, let's go a little more into the paperwork. And this is the original document that was filed with the court, okay? So, let's talk about the background, the factual background of the plaintiff, meaning Jane Doe, right? Let's see what information they have in here on her and her, I guess, area of expertise when it comes to giving these massages. So, plaintiff is a professionally licensed massage therapist who owns and operates her own massage therapy business. She markets her business through Instagram and obtains clients in that manner. Okay, just a little side note. Y'all already know Mickey Truth does side notes. Marketing just on Instagram is already a little iffy to me. I'm just saying. Not taking nothing away from her as a business, but you kind of like, what type of clients are you looking to get just from Instagram? I'm hoping that was just like the basis and it wasn't really the only way that she markets her business, Yeah. But that's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it like that, like Instagram only, but okay, we're going to continue. She works out of her home with the intent to ultimately have her own office. Now, I mean, I'm not going to take away from that. A lot of at-home business. So, I mean, I feel that, okay? Plaintiff has been in business since 2018. She is licensed and professional and has never had any issues prior to experiencing defendant's conduct. All right. So, being that she's been doing this for a couple years, this is again another Mickey Truth what side note. She has a reputation. Okay, so I can see, it not being like, oh, you just popped up one day and say, hey, I'm a massage therapist, hit me up. So she's been in business for a minute. So let's go into how the plaintiff even got in contact with Watson from the start, right? So it says, defendant Watson first made contact with plaintiff on Instagram via direct message, wherein he inquired about wanting a massage on March 28th, 2020. Okay? Plaintiff routinely provides professional massages in her home. Plaintiff had never had any type of contact with defendant Watson prior to this message. Plaintiff had never worked with any athletes from the Texans organization. Plaintiff found it somewhat peculiar that an NFL player would request a massage from her because she is not yet a well-known masseuse, and it was her belief that a player like Watson likely had access to an entire team of trainers and the like. Side note again, I'm sorry, y'all. This is what Speaking Truth with Mickey is. We're gonna have side notes about these situations we're speaking of. I kind of feel like you gotta follow your first mind, right? Because if you actually feel off or peculiar, because that's the word they use, peculiar, you probably shouldn't have did it at your home. I don't know about, it doesn't even say if she's in Texas, but, or wherever you are. I know where I'm from, you can rent out suites, right? You can go to like different massage places or nail place or whatever type of space and rent out a suite. And I feel like maybe that would have been a better situation if you already are having like peculiar about something that's going on. I would have definitely probably rented out a suite, at least there, not saying it wouldn't have happened there if it happened, but at least it's not in your home. You don't feel violated in your home. You have other witnesses possibly, or whatever, Again, just my truth on the matter, how I feel on it, in my opinion, okay? So let's continue. Now I gotta find my spot. All right, here we go. However, at the same time, because plaintiff, like many small business people, had been actively trying to grow her business and expand her client base, plaintiff was excited and encouraged that a local professional football player would seek her services. Plaintiff agreed to Watson's request for a massage, and the two began discussing scheduling. All right, side note, so that just cleared it up. She must be in Texas because it said local player, and at this time he was playing for the Texans. And still, y'all, even as a small business, like for example, Mickey Truth LLC is a small business. I'm just starting to get out the door. However, even just getting out the door, I know you can't align with everybody. All business isn't good business, even for a small business. And, hey, I still work a day job because I have not gotten to the point where I can just be all willy-nilly, and focus directly on the business as a whole because it's no profit yet, right? So, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't agree with making that the basis of why you decided to go into a peculiar situation. And it could just be the wording the lawyers use to put in paperwork that kind of make it sound like, okay. But nevertheless, it's her story and she's entitled to word it or, have it spoken in any way she wants. And I want to put that out there. All right, let's continue. Prior to the scheduled session, Watson described what he was looking for. He told plaintiff that he wanted a massage for relaxation and that he was not seeking the typical sports massage. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Oh, I'm not going to do a side note, y'all. I'm going to wait. We're going to finish this paragraph. Plaintiff indicated she understood Watson's request. Plaintiff, as per her marketing, typically specializes in sports massages rather than massages for relaxation. She told Watson that. Even so, Watson insisted he wanted a massage primarily for relaxation, and plaintiff agreed. Watson and plaintiff continued to exchange messages on Instagram. Oh my God. Okay. In order to arrange scheduling of the message. Watson then asked for the plaintiff's phone number via text. Watson asked the plaintiff if she was comfortable with certain areas his organization is making him get worked on. Okay. Side note. Let's back this thing up a minute. All right. Let me make sure I read that correctly. And y'all definitely get at me and let me know if I'm tripping. Okay. And for those who are going to be listening to this on YouTube, please let me know what you feel. Right. It says he wanted a massage for relaxation and that he was not seeking a typical sports massage. Then the Jane Doe stated she understood, right? Then it also says that her marketing is specializing in sports massages, not relaxation. So if that's not what you do, I don't care how much someone insists on you doing it. If that's not what you do, you need to say, nah, that's not what I do. I appreciate your kind gesture of wanting to shop with me or book with me, but you need to find somebody that specializes in that. And that's just me. Again, I don't specialize in conspiracy theories, right? You come to me to want to talk and you bring up a conspiracy theory, I'm going to stop you because that's not my specialty. My specialty is facts, truth. That's what I do, okay? I'm going to definitely refer you over to somebody else that may be able to have that conversation with you. I don't know. That's just my opinion in this. I'm not getting understanding, I guess I would say, why it even continued if that wasn't what you specialize in, right? So we already got one red flag, is that you felt that it was a peculiar situation, meaning you had a feeling about something, okay? Second is, now not only is this peculiar situation peculiar in the words that's used in this document, now you're being kind of asked to do something that's not your specialty. I mean, people, we need to pay attention to red flags. Again, that does not take away from anything that allegedly happened in this situation, okay? We're just speaking our truth, well, in this case, my truth, into how I feel reading the words that's coming out of the court documents, okay? Now, let's continue on. A massage was ultimately scheduled to take place at plaintiff's house on March 30th, 2020. Watson asked plaintiff if she was going to be alone at the house when he arrived, which gave plaintiff some pause. Watson said, "Am I expecting to see someone else there? Is it just you?" Nevertheless, at first perplexed by the text, after some thought, plaintiff concluded that Watson likely wanted privacy and did not want to be bothered by those imposed by his stature. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Side note, whatever. What? Come on. Another flag. Red flag. Big, bold red flag. Okay? For one, dealing with celebrities, I understand privacy. I do, right? So in this case, if you got pause from something somebody said, see, I'm going to ask a follow-up question. I'm going to ask, are you wanting privacy for the massage, or are you wanting to know, I need more info, right? But if it was me, that again would have had me look into getting a different area, right? And for sure, if you ask me if I was alone, I'll be like, oh, my assistant will be here. Even if I ain't have an assistant, I would have called a cousin, a homegirl, or somebody. They would have been here, but they won't be in the area. They'll be in the vicinity. And that's just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion. Whew. This is a lot. This is definitely a lot. And I'm not even all the way through this document. I'm going to leave this here for now, because I want to get feedback just from that part, right? So we've read the before the massage all the way up until it's almost time for the massage, okay? So I'm going to leave this at this part as part 1. I'm going to get some feedback from our viewers and listeners. And then we're going to come back in until, come back to talk about it. And also continue on to the actual time frame of the massage. Because this is a lot. So we're going to call this Flag on the Play Part 1. We'll get back to part 2 on the next episode. And again, I am your host, Mickey Truth. Thank you for rocking out with Speaking Truth with Mickey. And I'll see you on the next one.